Okay, test for sound, test, test. And we're live. Um, this is something someone asked me something else, and so I'm just gonna do a fast video about it, hopefully, and then just leave it at that. One subject, one thing, in, out, done. Okay. Fiber cutting, cord cutting. Some call it cord cutting. I was taught it's called fiber cutting. I see a lot of things with empaths and, and you gotta learn how to, how do you do it and not take on their stuff, all that stuff. Whatever. It has to do with when we connect with another person, we literally connect. We literally connect these luminous fibers that surround us all the time. They're spinning. Ever watched a candle flame? That's what the energy body looks like. Don't talk to me about auras. I will block your ass. That's like saying, "Oh, here, I have this hubcap, so I know about cars." No, you don't. So, fiber cutting. When we connect with another person, we literally connect these fibers of light. It's how I can arrange words in a particular row and they convey a thought to someone else. Now, you can do this in person with someone and you can connect with someone else. Animals pick up on this all the time because they don't think in words. Our energy body, everything is energy first. So, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of really shitty stuff going on. And a lot of people are feeling that. They're feeling that vibe. So someone was discussing it to do with a friend of theirs and it doesn't really matter. It has to do with fiber cutting. You cut that connection. You are not hanging up on them. You are not leaving them out in the wilderness to be on their own. What you are doing is you are preserving your own energy. Okay, it's not uh, a negative thing, it is a self preservation thing. So, normally, those fibers will connect. You go to your navel, to your belly button. Normally, they'll connect either there. Put your hand width up from that. There's another energy center there, just below the stomach. There's another one, the heart center. There's another one here. There's another one there. There's another one there. Very few people connect from here. Um, where the fibers reach out for and connect. Hi, Keith. I'm not going to get into teaching thing about it. I could, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. Just leave it to what you think is, is how things are. All that. But I am going to show you how to cut them bastards. Now, a lot of us are raised to be, the big key tag word is codependent. Well, this is a codependence, the fucking left leg. I mean, codependents are they hook into somebody and they stay hooked into them because they have to. They were trained to. They're usually codependents are trained, usually by someone abusive or someone. Oh my God, listen, don't do shit here. Someone abusive, someone under the influence, whatever. None of that even matters right now. What we'll talk about is the actual fibers, and I call them fibers. You want to call them cords? Call them cords on your stream. On mine, they're fibers. So I got Rasslebear out. Now here he is. Rasslebear. Rasslebear, when I got my kittens, Rasslebear was bigger than the kittens. And I used him for them to wrestle and fight with. A lot of static. So that they weren't tearing my hands up. And now they are way bigger than Rasslebear, but they still hate him. But he's still real soft. So I'll use Rasslebear. And when you connect with somebody, it's usually, you know, there or there or there or there. Most commonly, it's in this area. And we do it as necessity because human beings insist on hooking together words to convey thought, whereas animals convey emotion, they convey immediately without that kind of symbolism. Um, what people don't do is disconnect when they're done. And what they also don't do is keep others at a distance and keep their energy body, self-contained. There are those who run around. Now, a little while ago, I fell in the steps outside, so my foot hurts. I didn't break anything, but goddamn, your connection is unstable, motherfucker. Okay, your energy vampires use this. Children use this. Children are energy vampires. Needy, wounded people who need attention, that's what they do. You can just picture those fibers coming out, trying to find a way to hook onto yours to glean energy from you. So, with all the shit going on in the world right now, it is wise to know how to remain self-contained. So that's what we're going to do. Simple fiber cutting. You will see people, there's the ones, oh, I can do it for you for a fee. Run a mile away from those people right now. Right now, you need to know how to do it for yourself. You do not need a ceremonial knife. They're fun. They're nice. I have one. You do not need a crystal. They're fun. They're nice. I have lots. You do not need specific, you don't need feathers or smudge or sage. You don't need anything. You need this, okay? You need your little hand and do like a little karate chop kind of guy. It's that fast. And normally, okay, I'm going to move this down. Like I say, normally the connections are like, in the midriff kind of thing. It's the most common place. You'll find other places. I mean, people will hook up wherever they can get energy, but just for now, when you think of that person, where do you feel it in your body? And let's just say it's like at your stomach, because that's where most people run their energy. You think about that person, whoever it is you're going to disconnect from. You think about the news or whatever. Where do you feel it in your body? Okay, mark that spot. And what you're going to do is first, you're going to do the cleansing breath like we did in the other video. And that's just basically inhale and then gust, exhale. Just like a horse when they get done running. Horses make this noise. Horses are way smarter with their breathing than people think. But it's just basically, that's just a clearing, cleansing breath. It just takes the energy body and it goes, it just shakes it up for a second. Then we're going to breathe in. And we're going to breathe in from the 1 point, which is that place I was telling you about, 4 fingers down below the navel, your 1 point. You breathe in from there. And you think about breathing in from the bottom of the lungs up, so that when you inhale, that expands. And I know that goes against holding in your stomach and all that other stuff. You got to forget all that stuff, because that is not a healthy culture out there. Watch a baby breathe. Babies breathe like this. So we do 1 breath and let it out. In the nose, out through the mouth. You can count if you want to. You let it drop. And when you say drop, you'll feel a whoomph. And then you just simply say to yourself, keep your weight beneath you. The only place the body has weight is where it touches a horizontal surface. That's old as shit martial arts, actually. So now you have this fiber and you push. And while you're pushing, you're actually going to grab imaginary fibers, or like cords, fibers from that spot, and you're going to pull them free. And then when you've stopped pushing, you exhale and you chop that cord. You put your hand over that spot and then you inhale. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's actually just when you put your hand over that spot, it's kind of cupped. It's not flat, it's just kind of cupped. Feel it. The energy will start to fill your hand. You let that energy fill your hand. And you breathe again. Go back to your one point. Breathe again. And then, I see I'm left handed, so now I have to do it right handed. Then you bring that energy back around to the back of the body, exactly behind where you cut it. And you seat the energy in the self first. Then, and that person, do it again. And you can do this over and over again during the day. I get people to do this when they like break up with a boyfriend or, when they've like quit a job and that kind of thing. It's just a matter of retraining the energy. The energy body will automatically do things as we will it. This is a matter of training mind and body. The body is in the mind. You are the flesh must obey. The quote Todd Rundgren there. But doing this exercise, call up the person, they breathe slowly. There's no, you don't need animosity, but if you have it, have it. Fuck it, own it. Call the person up. You take one deep breath, you hold it, and you push that breath. And then breathe. Release the fiber back to the person as a teaching. Give it to the universe, whatever. It's gone. Just release it. Then bring it around the energy body and seat it in the self first. Now, that energy will automatically start spinning again in accordance to how the energy body spins, which we tend to go clockwise. And clockwise, as in looking down at the top of our head, we're just not clockwise because that would be stupid. That would be this way, and that doesn't go that way. It goes this way. If you've ever watched, then, and that takes years of training to be aloof. I am told with people with me, they sense it as indifference, and I am indifferent to a lot of people. I've surprised myself, not realizing, how indifferent I've become to whether people act on anything that I say, or, we have our things that we attach to others, or to get a response from somebody, or to uh, to get energy from them. Own it, be honest. That is what we're doing. We are in control of this. The best way I ever heard it said was at an AA meeting, believe it or not. And this guy comes out and he says, he was having trouble, and he says, put the palm of your hand on the end of your nose. Now, this is a guy that, unless he said, mash your gas, let's see if those lights work, I wouldn't listen to anything this guy said. But for some reason, I listened to him that day. And he said, put the palm of your hand on the end of your nose. And the guy wouldn't do it. And then he kind of threatened him, So I'm like, got my coffee, like, okay, I'm going to go over here and listen. But he said, put the palm of your hand on the end of your nose. And he goes, all right, everything from the back of your hand out is beyond your control. You are not in control of that. That is not your job. That is none of your business. Everything from the palm of your hand in is. It is your business. It is your responsibility. It is what you are in charge of. And it is the only thing that you can change. I've never forgotten that. Because number one, I was so shocked that it came out of that particular person. But number two, it was so profound. It was so profoundly simple. Thinking about, I am at the center of the world. You are at the center of the world. You are at the center of the universe. Despite what other people say about that, you are. And this is what you control. Now, your fibers, where you connect energy, where you lose energy, where you gain energy, you're in control of that. Nobody else. People can take it when you're not aware. And that's why I say awareness is power. Knowledge, knowledge is way down the line. Everything is energy first. Energy. That energy connected energy is awareness. Awareness is power. Knowledge is further down the line. Knowledge is action. So during these times that this insanity is changing the seat of power in this world, knowing how to cut fibers is critical. Now, I know, like Keith, I know, like, medicine people, people who, spiritual leaders and teachers. We do this as a matter of course. Um, I know people who are supposedly, whatever master teachers of, other styles that you can get a certificate for thousands of dollars. Don't teach this. And to me, that's fundamental in showing how much they really know. The first thing you do in a healing circle is you set it up so that you're not taking on that person's shit. That's the first thing you do. And I've never been in a healing circle of any kind that didn't set that up first thing. Secondly, with everything is energy first, then we control that. The more awareness we have of what our energy is doing, the more self contained we are. The more self contained we are, the less monstrosities like those running these media bullshit things right now have control over what my energy does. That's vital right now because the more energy you have on hand, the more you are able to be of service. The more energy you have on hand, the more you can heal your own body if you need to. The more energy you have on hand, the more awareness, the more room is made for more awareness. I mean, we are a browser that builds our own add ons. So as we become more aware, that much more space opens up for that much more energy. So, fiber those phones, set your alarm. Use the alarm. Ooh, fiber cut. Got a fiber cut. Or you talk to somebody who, usually it's a parent, someone who routinely, gets your goat or gets responses out of you or makes you tired, whatever. Cut those fibers. Get in the habit of it. You don't need special tools. You don't need a bunch of ritual rigmarole. You don't need, I mean, what I'm teaching you is like field stuff. It's like field medicine. It's like combat medicine. And you don't need a lot of ritual. You don't need a special person. You don't need a go between. Just cut the damn thing. Reseat your own energy. You don't need a big, strong, powerful hoodoo person for that. Sorry, Keith, not hoodoo. I don't mean hoodoo like that. I mean like, I think I mean woo woo. You don't need another person for that. You can do it for yourself. Speak to them again in a week and see it. Because even they have to admit there's a difference. So that's just real fast. Fiber cutting. Um, Maybe someday I'll do a big thing on it. Post-it notes all over the house. Just one on the bathroom. When's your fiber cut? Right by the TV. Do your fiber cutting. Just reminders. Like if you break up with somebody, you're repatterning your energy flow to no longer be dependent on that person. You're in a relationship with somebody and you get in this habitual co-connection, whatever, however healthy it is or however healthy it wasn't. When you break up with them, you cut that connection, you cut that fiber. Then it's a matter of retraining the energy body. I explained it one time that it's like walking through the mud. Have you ever seen footprints in the mud? And at first, schlock your foot out. It's a big old hole. You sit and you watch it. it starts to fill itself in. And that's what the energy body does. The energy body will reroute itself depending on how your mind is working with it. During this, I would be doing it all the time if I were you guys. And you're not in the habit of doing it, I would be doing it all the time. It would be just be another cup of coffee, do another fiber cutting. You know, watch the news, did another fiber cutting. Oh, is that the newspaper? Do another fiber cutting. It would just be a matter of retraining the energy body right now and developing a sense of self containment with energy. And a lot of people don't know about that because they're raised, oh, I have to do what my family wants. I have to be, I have to be, have to. All the have tos are gone now. They're gone and they're going to be really gone in about 2 months. So get in the habit of it now. Put the palm of your hand on the end of your nose. That was the most profound bit of truth I have ever heard anywhere. And it just happened to be after a meeting at AA. I could have heard it anywhere and it would have been just as profound. That is absolute dead on correct. When you do connect to your tribe, when you do connect to your friends, and you do connect to your groups of people, you're doing it because you are intending it so. Not because it's expected, not because you should, would, could, ought to, but you're doing it because you want to. You're doing it out of a place of love, out of a place of respect. And that energy is healthy. That other energy, could, would, should, ought, is not healthy. It does not promote life. It removes life. It takes it. So, cut them fibers. Study a candle flame. Now, some people, if your eyes are like mine, I had to literally do candle meditations when I was a teenager wearing sunglasses because my eyes are so sensitive to the light. I got weird stuff with my eyes. Of course, I have a litany of all these birth defects, but it really is. I mean, I get sick in theaters. I can't sit in the dark and watch a movie. I have this light dark theme because my eyes don't, they stay uh, dilated. And so they're hypersensitive to light. And I literally have been known to sit and read with sunglasses on, and so uh, those energies, even with the light fibers, um, I can see them a lot easier. Like doing candle meditations wrecked me. I mean, I remember, I think I learned about candle meditations, I think it was like 11, maybe 12. And they just wrecked me. I just couldn't see anything. And so, oh, sunglasses. Oh, there you go. Um, but watch a candle flame. There's probably stuff on YouTube now or, at least online showing a candle flame in slow motion. That's us. That's what we look like. We are infinite beings of light, manifest here to experience form. We are not earthly beings seeking a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings manifest here for an earthly experience. Oh, we better be hooking up to that little truth as far as I can see. So anyway, do the fiber cutting. Let me know how you like it. And you can call it cord cutting if you want. Um, there's nothing wrong with having the knives and all that stuff. I'm just saying when you're out and you're thinking about somebody and it's bumming you out, or you get up against somebody and they're an energy vampire, boom, cut it. Cut it right there. And receipt in the self. And let me know how it goes. All right. Thanks. And I will talk to you later. Bye.